Hi and welcome to today's video. Today I will show you how to make this fantastic shell stitch square. I truly really love this square. I think it's pretty fantastic. The cool thing about this pattern is that we can get some very different expressions depending on how we choose our colors. So this is my favorite way of doing it. So this is one where I have every other round being, well, in this case, white. You can do it in other colors. And then I have some color changes in the same nuance for each round. You can, of course, do it in the same color. But I love the way that this pattern kind of looks like we are, continuing the white one from one row to another or one round to another, which we're actually not, but that's the way the pattern works. We're going to do a lot of double crochets because we're going to do a lot of shells, and then we're going to do a lot of, double crochets with a chain one in between a double crochet, so a kind of a V-stitch. For this other one, I chosen some other colors, and I've chosen not to highlight every other round. So this is 2 rounds in the yellow and 2 rounds in the orange and 2 in the red and 2 in the green. This gives a bit of a different expression, but you can do that as well. I actually also have another one here that I really, really enjoy. So this one only has 2 rounds, but I did it in 2 different shades of green. I think this looks very nice as well. These are all done in a mercerized cotton. I also have one here that I just did in a plain regular cotton. I think, yes, it was turning the wrong way. So here it is. So color wise, it's totally up to you. And as you can see, you can do 2 rounds, 3 rounds. You can do pretty much all the rounds you want. I'm going to show you how to do the first round because that is a little special. And then the second round, the third round, the fourth round, and then I'm going to show you how to fasten off at the end. But you can repeat these rounds that we have in, well, let's take this one. So the white rounds, not the first one, but number 3 and number 5, you can repeat those, and the same goes for round 2 and 4 and 6 and so on. You can repeat those all the way out if you want it to be even bigger. And then the closing round, I will show you that, and you can just wait to do that until you have the size that you are going for. So let's jump right into the tutorial. So I will do a color change between each round so you can see how everything looks when we do it that way. I'm going to start with a magic ring. So I am going to do my X. You can do the magic ring any way you like. If you don't like to do the magic ring, you can also chain 4 and connect them to a ring. So I'm going to chain 1. And then we're going to start with a double crochet, and if you like, you can chain 3. I will do the stitch stacking, so I'll do a single crochet. I'll go in the front post to your left, pull up the yarn and yarn over twice, and this gives me my first double crochet. Again, you can chain 3 if you prefer to do that. Then we're going to chain 1, so if you're doing the chain 3, you are going to chain 4 at the beginning. And we're going to add double crochets into the ring, and we're going to need a total of 8 double crochets, all separated by a chain 1. So that was 3, chain 1. So I now have my 8 double crochets. I'm going to tighten up the ring, doing my last chain 1, and then I'm going to connect on the top of my first double crochet, and if you did change, you're going to slip stitch into your third chain that you made in the beginning. And this completes our first round. So we have 8 double crochets, all separated by a chain 1. So we're going to fasten off, and we're ready to start round number 2. So for round number 2, I am going to use this pink color. We're going to start with a single crochet in one of the chain spaces. If you're using the same color, just go ahead and slip stitch into that chain space. But we're going to attach a new yarn. You can do that any way you like. I am going to do it this way. So in the first chain space, a single crochet. That. And then we're going to move into the next chain space, and in here we're going to put 7 double crochet. So this will be our first shell. That was 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is number 7. So here's here's our first shell, and then we're going into the next chain space, and in here we're going to put in a single crochet, and then in the next chain space also going to put in 7 double crochets to create another shell. So that means on this round we're going to have 4 shells, and in between them we're going to have 1 single crochet. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this was half of it. So I'm going to put in a single crochet, a shell, single crochet, shell, and then we're going to attach over here, and I'll show you that. So I just added my 7th double crochet in the last shell, and I'm going down here and finding my single crochet, and I am going to slip stitch. This completes round number 2. Let's move into round number 3. So for round number 3, we are going to attach a new yarn color. So I am just making a slip knot, inserting my hook, and then we're going to work in one of the single crochets between the shells, because now we're starting to build corners. So I will be doing a standing stitch. So I am going to yarn over, go into the single crochet, come up, have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. So now we have our first double crochet. If you don't like this method, you can just chain 3 or do it in any way you really prefer. So to build the corner, we're going to have this double crochet made in any way you like, chain 1, do another double crochet and put it into the same stitch, the first part of the corner. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to yarn over and go in and put in a double crochet, chain 1, and put in another double crochet. And this is how the corners are built. So this kind of V-stitch, a chain 3, and also a V-stitch. So all the corners will be like that. We're going to put a corner in each of the single crochets, and to get from one corner to another, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going into the next single crochet over here and putting in our first double crochet. And you might think, well, this is weird, this is very loose, we can't really work with that. But on the next round we're going to do a single crochet into the top of the shell, and that will kind of fixate this chain 5 so it's not loose. So again, this is a corner. Let's do chain 1, another double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. And then you're just going to chain 5 to get over to this single crochet, and that is how it works all the way around. I'll do this and I'll meet you over here and show you how we finish off this round. So I've done my chain 5, and if you did the standing stitch, you'll have a nice top stitch over here that you can slip stitch into. If you did a chain 3, you're going into your third chain and slip stitching. And this completes round number 3. Again, it does look a little weird with these chain 5s, but I promise you it will look a lot better when we're done with the next round. So for round number 4, I am bringing back my pink color and I'm doing a slip knot, and we're going to attach our yarn in a corner, and if you're continuing with the same color, you're going to slip stitch into the corner. So our corner is up here. Let's work in this one, and I'm just going to put in a single crochet. So no matter how you attach your yarn, just make sure you have a single crochet in the corner. Then we're going to have a shell right next to it. So in this V-stitch, there's a chain 1 up here, and we're going to work in this chain space. So we're going to add in 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is the first half of our corner. We'll do the second half when we get back over here. And we're going to move into the corner over here and do 2 shelves as well. But before we do that, we're going to do a single crochet in here, kind of attaching those two to each other. So we're going to find our center double crochet. So we had 7 down here, so we're going to find our 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this one. You can do the count on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just go down, make sure you have your yarn up here, go under both of them, grab the yarn and come up, 2 loops on the hook, and yarn over and go through both of them. So 1 single crochet in between. And then we're going to move over here and put in a shell. Let's do this one, and I'll explain to you how you do the rest of the round, and then we can meet up over at the beginning. So I don't really think there's any reason for you to watch me do all these double crochets. Four, 5, and I have a nasty knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 and number 7. So from now on, you go into the corner, the chain 3, that is our corner, and do a single crochet like that. So here's one side of the project. So we're going to have another shell right here in this V-stitch. Do your single crochet down here like we did over here. 2 shells, 1 on each side of the corner down here. So 1 shell here, single crochet, 1 shell, single crochet, 1 shell, single crochet, 1 shell, single crochet, and a shell over here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you over here and we'll have a look at the project so far, and I'll show you how we finish off over here. So now I am done with the shell sitting here in the corner. I'm just going to go down and find my single crochet. It's down here, and I am going to slip stitch. So this completes round number 1, 2, 3, round number 4. Let's move on and see how we do round number 5. So for round number 5, this could be your regular round number 5, or this could be your, well, the round you're going to build as your last round. It's not, we're going to have one more round, but this is the one you need to build if this is your last round. So we're going to attach our yarn. I'll explain it along the way, it will make sense. Just remember that this is not a corner. This is, so where you have your 2 shells very close to each other, and not the one where you are attaching to the shell below. So go ahead and attach your yarn. we're going to start with a double crochet, so either chain 3 or do it any way you like into this single crochet that we have in the corner. So I am doing my standing stitch like that, and then we're going to chain 1. This is the same whether you are continuing to do shells or this is your closing round. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, back into the same stitch and do double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. If you're going to have more rounds with shells, you're just going to chain 5 and then you're going to make a V-stitch over here. So chain 5, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch, so the single crochet down here, and then again you're going to, and that gives us the right height, and then you're going to chain 5, move into this corner and do the same thing as we did over here. But since this will be our closing round, we're going to do it a little bit differently. So we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to attach to the shell down here on this round. If you are continuing, you will do it on the next round when you create your new shells. So we're going to find our middle double crochet, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this one, and we're going to go in and do a single crochet like that, and then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going down here and putting in a V. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. Then we're going to chain 2, go into the 4th of the middle, the center, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's this one. Put in a single crochet, chain 2, and then we are at the corner, and you're going to repeat what we did on the other side. So again, the difference here is when you're about to finish and you don't want any more rounds with shells, you're going to do it like this: chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. If you're continuing to do shells, you're just going to chain 5 to get from one side to the other of the shell. So just go ahead and do that all the way around, and I'll meet you over here. So I am almost done. I just need to chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch into my top stitch up here. And if you want to, you can kind of say, okay, this is it, I am done. And you can fasten off, weave in your ends, and you're good to go. You can attach multiple of these if you want to. You can also, not do the final thing that we just did with the attaching to the shell, but just do the chain 5 and continue. Make a huge one if you want to. Or you could say, okay, I am done, but I kind of want it to be a little more sturdy. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little thin on the edge. And I have actually done this for the others that I made. Let's bring them in. I did a final round of single crochets just to make it look a little more sturdy, and also especially I think it's clear with this one because I want the green color to kind of stand out a little bit, just as much as the other colors. And since we don't have any shells, you're not using as much yarn and it doesn't become as clear. And if you only have, so I do have single crochets all the way around here, and if I didn't, it would look pretty thin and it wouldn't give me this nice color thing that I really like. So let me just show you real quick how you would do that. It's very easy. I'm going to continue with this color because I think that looks the nicest. So I'm going to chain 1, go into the chain space and put in a single crochet. And I'm going to, I personally like to put in a single crochet in the top stitches of the double crochets, and then in the corners I'm going to add 3. So 1, 2, and 3. and then again top stitch of this double crochet, 1 single crochet, chain space, 1 single crochet, double crochet, top chain, single crochet, and then in the chain 2s I'm going to put in 2 single crochets, and in our single crochet single crochets from the last round, just another single crochet, and again next to it we have a chain 2, so put in 2 single crochets. If you are crocheting very tight or very loosely, you can of course adjust the number of single crochets that you put in, but I really think it looks a lot better with this kind of edge that we're creating. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. This is, I truly think this is my favorite pattern to use when I am making squares. So I really hope you enjoyed as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing. If you know someone who would love this pattern as well, please share it with them. And well, thank you for watching and have a great day.